CrewAI is one of the most popular Python frameworks for building multi-agent AI applications. In this video, I will show you how to get it installed and get started building your first AI agent. Using CrewAI, you can build role-based agents supporting external tools, intelligent collaboration, and task management. To get started with CrewAI to build your first AI agent, you should go to the installation section. Under Python version requirements, you have noticed it requires Python 3.10 or a later version. So the first thing you need to do is to check the version of Python on your machine. With this command copied, I will go to the terminal in Cursor. In Cursor, you can bring the terminal by pressing Ctrl and backtick. So let's add Python 3 -- version and press the return key. You have noticed here I have Python 3.11.7. So let's go to the installation section again. By going to your terminal, you can install CrewAI using any of these commands. I have it already installed, so let's scroll down to the next section. If you have an older version of CrewAI already installed on your machine, you can upgrade it with this command. I did my installation just recently, so there is no need to upgrade it. So let's scroll down. Next, we have to verify the installation so that we can see whether CrewAI has been installed successfully or not. So let's copy this command and go to the terminal again in Cursor and paste the command here. Press the return key to run it. You have noticed here I have CrewAI version 0.86.0. There is also CrewAI tools that is 0.17.0. So this means CrewAI has been successfully installed. So this is the section we just covered. Now we can go ahead and create a new project. You have noticed here they recommend using the YAML template for your CrewAI installation. Let's go to the terminal and create a new project with this command. After creating the project, its structure will be similar to the one you see here. I will go back to Cursor and add the command to create a new project. Over here, we have to name the project. So let's remove this part and call the project Cabin Crew and press the return key. What we have to do next is to select a provider and set it up. There are so many providers you can choose from. You have noticed here we have OpenAI, Anthropic, Gemini, Grok, Ollama, and the rest. So you have the possibility to select any of these providers. I have OpenAI, Anthropic, and Gemini account. However, I'm going to select OpenAI. To select any of these providers, you have to enter its corresponding number. So for OpenAI, I'll press 1 and press the return key. Next, we should select the model we want to use by entering the corresponding number. Let's choose, for example, number 2 for GPT-4 and press enter. Now, I have to enter my OpenAI API key. To get an OpenAI API key, you should visit your dashboard on platform.openai.com. Under the section API keys, you can generate a new secret. I have already done that and exported it. After generating a new API key, you should export it with this command so that it will be stored on your machine as an environment variable. With my OpenAI API key already copied, I will paste it here and press the return key to continue. You have noticed here our cabin crew has been created successfully. So we are now up and running with our first CrewAI project. Let's minimize the terminal and go to the project's root folder. In the project's root folder, you can see we have these directories and files. In the knowledge directory, you can add standard and vector databases to your project. In SRC, we have configuration files, tools, and other files. Under config, you can see we have agents.yaml. So you define your agents in this file and the tags for your agent in this file. You can also arm the agents with specific tools. So if you want to add a custom tool, you can come here and add it. Once you select the provider and add your API key during the CrewAI installation, the API key will be stored in the .m file. So even after the installation, you can store all the API keys of the external tools you will implement with your agents in the .m file. In the SRC directory, we also have crew.py to define your AI agents and also main.py as the entry point of the app. Let's go to the Crew website again and see what we have to do next. So now we have the installation done. Let's go to the next session, quick start. Over here, they give instructions on how to create a crew and also modify the files I just showed. However, once the installation is done successfully, we already have content in all these files, so we don't need to change anything. In order to run our first agent, we should go to the SRC directory in the project again to see what agents we have. But before that, in the project's root folder, we have to run CrewAI install in order to install other required dependencies. So let's go back to the project and run that. Running this will create a new virtual environment in Python. So you have noticed here, we now have venv and also uv.lock. So these are all the other required dependencies we just installed with the command. Let's clear everything in the terminal and go back to the SRC directory again. I will go to tools. Let's expand the config directory and select agents. After the installation of CrewAI, you can see over here we have two agents, a research agent and an analyst. So for each agent, we define the role. Over here, you can see we have the role as a senior data researcher. You define the goal and backstory. In tasks.yaml, we give each agent a specific task to perform. So this task is for the research agent. We have the description and expected output. Then we have the data analyst, the description of its task and expected output. So this is everything we should do to install and set up CrewAI. To run the agents, let's expand the terminal again. Before you run your agent, you should make sure you are in the project's root directory and run the project with CrewAI run. For the first time, that will take a while. So you have noticed here, it started with the research agent and stated the task it has to perform. Then we have a detailed final answer from the research agent. Next, we go to the data analyst. Over here, we have its task and a detailed answer about the reporting. So with this, we are going to end here. This is how to install, set up, and run your first agent using CrewAI.